All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is UFC 317. Oliveira versus Topuria, Kai France versus Pantoja, Alexandre Pantoja. Man, I don't know about you guys, but like these two guys headlining, like this is my personal World War III. I was I've been a diehard Ilya fan since he knocked out Ryan Hall. I was like, man, this guy's really good. But you can never. It's hard. It is kind of hard to tell if anyone's gonna make it to the fucking top these days. But I was like, I'm excited to see this guy fight, and then he just keeps fucking winning. And then like when he beat Bryce Mitchell, I remember I wasn't even watching the event. I was watching a movie at the house with the fam, and I'm just on Instagram. I'm like, holy shit, dude, fuck, he fucked up Bryce Mitchell. I was like, holy fuck, dude, this guy's he's it, dude, he's him. And I remember I was at work when he was fighting Josh Shem at UFC Tampa. I was literally at work. I'm like propping the phone up at work so I can secretly watch it so I don't get in trouble. And then, ever since then, I've just been this guy's diehard fan. Charles Oliveira as well. The Kevin Holland fight, the Jared Gordon fight, the Tony Ferguson fight, the fucking Justin Gaethje, the Poirier fight, the Chandler fight. And then there's the Lomachenko fight. But it's fine. We don't have to talk about it. But honestly, man, like these two guys, this is like Woody and Buzz Lightyear for me, straight up. And then when Charles Oliveira lost to Islam Makhachev and didn't get his belt back, I was like in that nightmare where Andy drops Woody into the trash can. I was like, I don't want to play with you anymore. But it was a nightmare. Okay, it was a nightmare for Woody. Charles Oliveira, I didn't do that to you. You guys are my two number one guys. This is honestly my personal World War III. But let's get into this card. Early prelims. On International Fight Week, we got two nobodies starting the fight, the card off for us in the early prelims. Jackson McVeigh was supposed to fight Cedricus Dumas. That was a short notice fight that was put together like 2 weeks ago, maybe even a week ago. And Cedricus Dumas had to pull out via ankle monitor. Insane. John Jones would be proud. I mean, it is what it is. But Jackson McVeigh, Chris Ewart. Honestly, if you just do like minimal research on YouTube, you can kind of tell that Jackson McVeigh is pretty good, actually. He's decent. And he's 26. I mean, both these guys are young, so if they have a banger performance, the UFC might as well just sign them both, and we'll just see what happens with these guys. Man, hopefully they feel the pressure of the moment, especially because they know like they're nobodies, but they're opening up the card on the UFC International Fight Week. I hope these guys have like the warrior spirit to be like, fuck it, let's just go out there and bang. But I mean, I guess we'll see. But I'm gonna go with Jackson McVeigh. Jonathan Deniz versus Alvin Hines. Oh, man. I mean, both these guys, they have not been doing MMA for a long time. 8-1, 7-0. But Alvin Hines, don't let that 7-0 fool you. Dude, this guy, I watched 2 of his fights on the UFC app. And, bro, this guy gets fucking... he is slow. And he gets tagged big time. And he gets his back taken a little bit, too. Pretty easily. One of his fights, he was fighting a guy that was significantly smaller than him, and didn't knock him out until the end. I mean, he did knock him out, but I mean, it's heavyweight. You're bound to knock somebody out when you're big as fuck. He is huge, but he is slow. His striking is not all that. Jonathan Deniz, he's actually pretty damn good. His knockouts are pretty violent. He's very tough. He seems to have a pretty good chin on him, too. Yeah, he did get ground and pound TKO'd in his last fight against Marcin Tybura. But, I mean, that's Marcin Tybura. He's a good fighter. So, that's Marcin Tybura, man. He's a good guy. He's a crafty vet. He vetted it up, dude. He brought out the Kraft mac and cheese to beat Jonathan Deniz. But I'm going to go with Jonathan Deniz. Man, that's a hard word to say fast. Jonathan Deniz, I'm going with him. He should win this pretty easily. Next, Jacob Smith, Nico Price. Man, dude, Jacob Smith is the biggest favorite in UFC history going into this fight. 10-0. I mean, he freaking slimed out, Preston Parsons earlier this year. I believe it was in February or January on a fight night. And for some reason, we just haven't seen him since, and now he's taking on this short notice fight. Bro, you took no damage. You should have just picked another fight sooner, but whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. I mean, I'm expecting him to win. Everyone's expecting him to win. This is one of the fights on the card that is definitely a lock. Like, lock in this one. Don't even place your money on it. You're not going to win shit. I mean, he's going to fuck up Nico Price. I mean, Nico Price got, like, phantom punched by Robbie Lawler and just crumpled on the ground. So I'm expecting a similar TKO or KO from Jacob Smith, and I hope he gets it done. So I'm going with Jacob Smith. Next, Terrence McKinney, Vyacheslav Borshev. Oh man, this was actually hard, man. Vyacheslav Borshev, he doesn't get finished often, but he does get hurt often. And Terrence McKinney is known to crack. I think, Terrence McKinney is fucking chinny. We know this. We know this. We've seen this guy get destroyed, sent to the Shadow Realm on multiple occasions. However, the guys he's losing to are a relatively high level comp. I mean, Esteban Ribovic, Drew Dober, not really, but I mean, Drew Dober's a freaking marauder. And then Nazim Sadikov, who we just saw just get a nasty, not now, Ishmael Bonfim, also a good fighter. I just think like Vyacheslav Borshev is the kind of competition at lightweight that Terrence McKinney can do well against. I'm not going to say he's going to walk through Vyacheslav Borshev, but I think he can do well against him. Whereas, Vyacheslav Borshev does have good striking. That's kind of his thing. That's his bread and butter. So this is going to be a striking match. Terrence McKinney does have the wrestling to rely on. So I think that Terrence McKinney is going to go and try and strike with him. And I think if he gets tagged, he's just going to drag Vyacheslav Borshev on the ground and do his best to get a ground and pound TKO. I'm expecting a finish in this one, and I'm going with Terrence McKinney to get that finish. Next, Vivian Araújo, however you say her name, versus Tracy Cortez, versus Tracy Big Booty Cortez. Man, dude, Tracy Cortez is hot. But that's not important. What's important is her ability, and her ability is okay. She's fought. She doesn't fight often, which is not good. Vivian Araújo, she does fight often, and she is really good. I know she's 38, but the thing is, you got to understand this about women's fighters. They seem to actually. I'm not gonna say here and say they get better with age, but they stay consistently good as they get older. You know what I mean? You have to be in your 40s. I feel like in your 40s is when the tide really starts to turn. But she is really good, man. She won earlier this year. And I picked her to win. I forgot who she beat. She beat a girl that everyone was expecting to knock her out though, and she beat her very easily. The thing is that she has the grappling. That's her thing. She can definitely take down Tracy Cortez. She can definitely lay on her. She could submit her. She can ground and pound her. If they stay striking, it's competitive, but I think she has good entries on takedowns, and she's going to, try and stand with her on the feet, and then she's going to, if Tracy goes for a high guard, she's just going to sweep her and just land her put her on her back and just lay on her. So I'm going to go with a boring decision for Vivian Araújo, but she hasn't let me down yet. I've consistently picked her, and she's consistently won. So she is very good. I'm going to go with her, Vivian Araújo, versus Tracy Cortez. And, fuck Tracy Cortez, true, honestly, you're either invested or you're not. I know she goes through things. She's sick. She's injured. I think her, unfortunately, a family member passed away. I think it was her mom or her brother or something. Go through those things, but fight as well. It's kind of your job. Next, Haider Emil, Jose Delgado. Man, I was leaning towards Haider Emil until I started rewatching fights. The thing is, he crashes in hard to opponents. And he did have that war with William Gomis in his last fight. But the thing is, William Gomis is actually, I think Haider Emil kind of exposed him for not really being that good. William Gomis, I believe he got cut right after that fight too, after that loss, which is unfortunate, but whatever. The thing is that he couldn't stop the blitzes from Haider Emil. Haider Emil was able to put hands on him consistently. And the thing about Jose Delgado is that he's able to effectively stop people from crashing into him. He did it on his Contender Series fight. He did it in his fight earlier this year. And I think he has the speed, the hand speed, and the length to do that against Haider Emil. So I'm going to go with Jose Delgado. This has fight of the night potential. Let's say this right here, right now. This has fight of the night potential. I believe these two dudes are going to go to war. They're both very durable. I've seen Jose Delgado take some mean licks, man. I've seen Haider Emil take some freaking mean hits, too. And both these guys just stay standing. These are just some freaking Latino brick houses, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go with Jose Delgado to win this, but I'm expecting it to be competitive and exciting. It could be a finish, probably a third-round finish, but I'm more leaning towards a decision, just a war of a decision. Next, Jack Hermansson, Gregory Rodriguez. Oh, man. Dude, Jack Hermansson was retired, as up until, 2 months ago. And Gregory Rodriguez got knocked the fuck out by my GOAT, Jared Cannonier, my middleweight GOAT. That's another one of my ride or die freaking fighters right there. I fucking love Jared Cannonier. I didn't make a video for that, so no one's gonna believe me when they pull up the receipts one day when I'm hyping up Jared Cannonier. But I'm telling you right now, Jared Cannonier is my fucking guy, and I was so fucking hyped. I was at work watching the fight on my phone when he knocked out Gregory Rodriguez, and I ran up to my coworkers and I was like, Jared Cannonier just knocked out Gregory Rodriguez. And they were like, who the fuck, what are you talking about? I'm like, it doesn't matter. I just need you to know that Jared Cannonier knocked out Gregory Rodriguez in the 4th round, or TKO'd him in the 4th round. I just need you to know this. And they didn't care, but I did care, and I was losing my fucking mind. Now, with that being said, this is actually really fucking hard. It's not like, so here's the thing. This is a 3-rounder. I'm leaning towards Gregory Rodriguez. I know he doesn't have a gas tank, but I think he has enough of one to be able to put a pace on Jack Hermansson in a 3-round fight and make it very competitive. Even if he is gassed in the 3rd round, which I'm anticipating he will be. If he is up in the first 2, he's going to win. Because Jack Hermansson doesn't have the jiu-jitsu, the wrestling, or the striking, or the power to finish Gregory Rodriguez in the 3rd round. I just don't see that. So I'm going to go with Gregory Rodriguez by a decision, but he's going to look real. I'm going to say this, he's going to look really shitty in that 3rd round. He's going to have a good 1st and 2nd round. I think it will be pretty competitive. I don't think he will knock out Jack Hermansson, truthfully, but I think he will have a good 1st and 2nd round. And in the 3rd round, he's going to be slow and sluggish and on the back foot, and Jack Hermansson is going to attempt to put it on him, but he's not really that kind of guy. He's just going to try and like land big shots maybe and kind of miss them, and then he's going to put his hands up at the end like, oh, yeah, I won, I survived. And no, you didn't win, bro. You actually got to finish this fucking guy. And, I mean, the thing is, Gregory Rodriguez is finishable. We've seen him get finished multiple times. But I'm going to go with Gregory Rodriguez. I just don't think Jack Hermansson is just, like, really good enough to finish someone like him, truthfully. But I'm willing to be surprised. At the end of the day, I want to see finishes. I want to see exciting fights. But like I said, we're sweeping that. We're sweeping this card. Peyton Tabit, Felipe Lima. This is a fucking good fight, man. This is a really good fight. I don't really like that these guys are like young contenders. They are young. They're in their 20s, and they're both really good guys. They're good fighters. I believe Peyton Tabit's, he's like 3-1, 2-1 in the UFC. Felipe Lima's 2-0 in the UFC. Like, these guys are really new to like us, as UFC fans. But oh, man, I'm gonna go with Felipe Lima, and not because he's just some amazing striker or he's just some amazing, a grappler. I just think he's more well-rounded as an MMA fighter. This is an MMA fight at the end of the day. I think he's going to try and stand with Peyton Tabit at first. He's probably going to get hit with something he doesn't like, or if he even gets hurt, he'll just immediately dive for the legs. He'll dive for the legs, he'll take down, he'll probably ride it out on top of Peyton Tabit. Peyton Tabit might even like it. You never know with this guy. The thing is, it's just that, people are like talking about the Miles Johns win, and that win wasn't really good. Miles Johns was able to put hands on him in that 3rd round, like really making competitive. But the fact is, Felipe Lima beat Muhammad Naimov in his debut. That's a really, really fucking good win, because that guy is like, he's very durable, and he wins his fights pretty dominatingly, like often. I'm gonna go with Felipe Lima just on the account that he's a more well-rounded MMA fighter. I think he has the grappling advantage, which I hope he's smart enough to use, seeing what Ronnie Barcelos just did to Peyton Tabit. But I don't think it'll be boring and lame as fuck like the Ronnie Barcelos fight. I think they're gonna strike with each other. He's gonna take him down. Peyton Tabit can get back up, so I believe he'll get back up. They'll strike a little bit more. He'll take him down again, and he'll control him. He'll go for some sub attempts, maybe some good ground and pound. And I think Felipe Lima is gonna win himself a decision. Next, Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. Oh, man, dude, fucking Renato Moicano, man. Show me the money. Man, I'm going to go with Renato Moicano on this. I just think, yes, he did just lose to Islam Makhachev. That was a 24-hour notice fight. I mean, they were both went through a training camp, but, like, Islam's on another level, man. Islam's on another level. Can we say that? That makes sense to say, right? He's the number 1 pound-for-pound guy. Renato Moicano isn't even close to the pound-for-pound list. He was prepared to fight, but he wasn't prepared to fight a caliber opponent like Islam Makhachev. Beneil Dariush is not Islam Makhachev. He's not even close. Let's be real. Benil Dariush, he's coming off of a fucking long as shit layoff, like a year and 6 months, after getting KO'd twice in the same year. KO'd. Like, he got TKO'd by Charles Oliveira, then gets KO'd out cold by Arman Tsarukyan. Takes a year and a half off. I mean, these guys are the same age, but I just feel like the age, like, Benil Dariush is wearing the age of 36 hardcore. And yeah, he does have gray hair, but he looks like a fucking old man. Like, he looks like he uses a cane when he's like not training. It's just not a good look, truthfully. I mean, they're about the same height, whatever, same reach, same age. I don't think any of those things are going to play a big factor. I think just Moicano just wants it more. He just wants to get it back. He wants to win. He's just more dedicated to the game, I believe, than Benil Dariush is. I mean, I understand Benil Dariush probably wanted to take a really long layoff after those 2 KOs, but a year and 6 months while Renato Moicano was still winning, he was on a 4-fight win streak up until the Islam fight. I'm just going to go with Renato Moicano. Just through like willpower, sheer willingness to win, and I believe he will get that done. I feel like these guys are pretty evenly matched, so I'm going to go with Renato, though. Brandon Royval, Joshua Van. Let's be real here, guys. Everyone wants Joshua Van to win, truthfully. Brandon Royval, he's been here for too long, and it's time for these guys to go. Him, Moreno, Pantoja, Kai Kara-France. I want all those guys gone. Out with the old, in with the new. I want Manel Cap gone, too. It's fucking annoying. But Brandon Royval is really, really fucking good. Up until the Moreno fight and the Pantoja fight, he was actually on a finished streak, like submissions and like KOs. I don't think he will submit or KO Joshua Van, but I think he can make it convincing. Like he'll have a really good fight for himself. This is a 3-rounder. So I think Joshua Van is really going to do his best to just empty the gas tank and pour it on Brandon Royval. I believe he will stuff a good amount of Brandon Royval's takedowns, but Royval will he has crazy unorthodox striking. He has, 3-inch reach advantage. He does have really, really good striking. It's very underrated. I think that they're going to strike. He's going to try and go for some takedowns on Van. Van's going to stuff him. They're going to strike again. The first round is going to be probably on the feet is what I will say. Then the second round, Joshua Van's going to hurt him real bad. And then Royval's going to panic, go for a takedown, go for a panic takedown. Not get it, but I think he'll be able to stay in there like long enough, holding Joshua Van up against the fence long enough for him to kind of catch his breath, and then they'll strike again. I think if Royval is able to hurt Joshua Van, he's really going to freaking go for it. Like, he's going to jump on him, jump on his back, go for a rear naked, go for a submission, and just really control Joshua Van. Oh, man, should I pick Joshua Van? I'm over here thinking it over again right now. Because Joshua Van's striking is so fucking good. I'm willing to say that he does have the edge over Royval in the striking, but the grappling is what makes the difference. And yes, Joshua Van does have great scrambling ability and takedown defense, but is it Brandon Moreno level? That is the real fucking question. Is it Brandon Moreno level? Because Brandon Moreno is a very, very good fighter. Oh, man. Should I go with Brandon Moreno or Joshua Van? What do you guys think? I'm over here talking to myself. Nobody's even here. I'm going to go... Oh, fuck. Damn. I'm over here. I'm tapping my steering wheel. I'm going with Brandon Royval. I'm going with Brandon Royval by decision. I think he'll be able to use his experience, use his length, use enough grappling to at least hold Van up against the fence, use some of his strength. He's very wiry, so he doesn't look strong, but he is. And I believe he will... Although Joshua Van has great boxing and is good striking, I think Brandon Royval is very unorthodox. He's going to go for like spinning back kicks, spinning elbows, spinning back fists, like just all kinds of weird techniques, and is really going to be surprising for Joshua Van. I'm going to go with Brandon Royval by decision. I don't think he will KO or submit Joshua Van. But no matter what happens, Joshua Van's stock is just at an all-time high right now for his career, taking this fight on short notice. And, I mean, fuck yeah, dude. And Joshua Van, we trust. We love you, bro. Pantoja, Kai Kara-France. I'm going with Pantoja. I just don't think Kai Kara-France is that good. I think it's really bullshit that he's even getting this title shot. If flyweight was a better division with, like, all these dudes, like, actually being able to move up and beat the old heads, this division would be completely different, but it's not. None of these guys can get past Brandon Royval and Brandon Moreno or Pantoja to the point where, like, these three guys have just been at the top for so long now. It's been like 3 years now. And it's just really not good. It's good. So to the point where Kai Francis was on a 2-fight losing streak. I know the Amir Albazi fight was BS, but whatever. And then he gets a KO over Steve Erceg. And then he gets a title shot. Like, I just don't like that. Like, that's just lame to me. I don't, like, I'm honestly saying this because I don't want Kai Francis to win too. I don't want him to be champion. And if he is, if he ends up being the champion, then fuck it, dude. Brandon Moreno is probably going to beat him again anyways, and then we can just have Brandon Moreno as champ, like I believe is probably going to happen when Pantoja retires or quits or whatever, or loses. I'm going to go with Pantoja. He's got a good chin. He's got great takedowns, great takedown defense, great striking defense. He's got great striking. I mean, I feel like everything Kai Francis does, Pantoja just does it better. He is the best fighter in that division. He's on his way to becoming the flyweight GOAT. Kai Francis is just another freaking name on his on his list to get through, to get him even closer to that title. But next, I'm gonna go with, on the Ilia Topuria Charles Oliveira fight, I am gonna go with. And this is tough, man. Man, this is tough. This is intense, man. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is my World War III. This is Woody versus Buzz Lightyear for me, man. Oh, fuck. No, I don't want to say it. I'm going to go with Ilia Topuria, okay? Everyone's picking this fucking guy. Everyone who's a casual, all the Khabib fans, all the Volk fans, the Holloway fans are like, it's recency bias, blah, blah, blah. Volk just got KO'd. Max had a weight drain. He was super drained, cutting back down. And you could make good arguments, but at the end of the day, he fucked him up. And I'm expecting him to do the same thing to Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira has a chance, though. People are counting him out, though. Like, the people who are picking Ilia Topuria are like, but because Charles has no chance. Charles Oliveira has a very, very good chance. He's taller. He's stronger. I think he will be stronger. I don't care what Ilia says. I think Charles Oliveira is stronger. He has really good jiu-jitsu, really good takedowns. He has really fucking underrated power too. I mean, Justin Gaethje literally said when Charles Oliveira hit him, his tongue went numb. That's fucking crazy. That's a crazy thing to say. Getting hit in the face to the point where your tongue gets numb. Like, I can't even imagine getting hit in the face that hard. I'd probably die. My jaw would probably break. Charles Oliveira has a very good chance of winning this. I think stylistically, this is a very bad matchup for Ilia Topuria. I know Ilia Topuria has a good wrestling and jiu-jitsu background, but we haven't seen that in a long time in his game. It's just, it's been like some takedowns here and there, some scrambles here and there, and that's been about it. He hasn't shown dominance in that. And if Charles Oliveira goes for him, if Ilia hurts him and Charles Oliveira goes for a panic takedown, will he get it? I mean, Ilia's a short guy too. If Charles Oliveira gets Ilia in a guillotine, like what he did to Armin, is Ilia gonna get tapped out? I don't know. We've never seen this guy in a position like that. I don't know if he's training these situationals like that in his camp, because I think he's just so confident he's not gonna end up in a position like that. He's just it doesn't matter. I don't know. We don't know this guy, bro. This guy's playing mind games with us. I mean, he keeps saying he's gonna knock everybody out in the first round, and he doesn't do it. But and then, that's not a knock to him. He's just, he's calculated. He just wants to find his shots. But this is a complicated fucking fight, dude. This is a complicated fight. Ilia Topuria definitely has, I would say it's like the Brandon Royval, Joshua Vance fight, Ilia has crazy, calculated and accurate striking, really good boxing, really good low kicks. But Charles Oliveira is so unorthodox. He does the jumping knees, the jump kicks. He'll latch up your head and then go for an uppercut, and he fucks people up like what he did to Jared Gordon. I think he did that to Gaethje as well. Ilia needs to be on his best behavior in this fight in order to make it clean. Because I feel like if he gets dirty and he goes to war, yes, Charles Oliveira can break because he is chinny. He gets hurt a lot. And I know people are like, oh, he doesn't really get hurt like that anymore. Yes, he did against freaking Michael Chandler in the 5th round, the worst time to get hurt in the 5th round of that fight. Thank God he survived, or else we'd be having a freaking completely different, title picture here at lightweight. But whatever. I think Ilia Topuria just needs to fight smart, and he always does. So obviously that goes without saying, but he needs to understand that Charles Oliveira is a real threat. Charles Oliveira has great jiu-jitsu, great finishing ability, he has great instincts, he has very unorthodox striking. Although he does get hurt, he's weird. In moments he gets hurt, and then the other moments where he has like insane durability, and he does have really, really good power. Ilya has, like, same thing with the Max Holloway fight, what I said, he's risking everything. He has so much to gain, but so much to lose. If he loses this, he's going to be embarrassed. The hype is, like, going to derail. Like, everyone's going to say he never had a chance. Like, people are going to rip apart his entire resume, his entire legacy. And, man, dude, it's intense. If Charles, like, I'm picking Ilya to win. I really, really like Ilya. I think he will finish Charles. I'm not going first or second round. I think that's really insane. I think, I'm honestly thinking third or fourth round for a finish for Ilya. I think he'll be able to hurt Charles to the body. Charles will go for a panic takedown. Ilya will sprawl, and then kind of like with Bryce Mitchell, who like sprawl, and then he'll go for some big shots upstairs. It'll be like, I'm not gonna say it'll be like the Jai Herbert knockout, but it'll be something similar. Like he's gonna hurt Charles Oliveira up against the cage and just smother him with insane like 5-punch combination and just finish the job. And it's gonna be very sad. But it's the prophecy. And if Charles Oliveira wins, then fuck yeah. I mean, I like Charles Oliveira. I mean, fuck yeah. And then we can see him, defend against Arman or Justin Gaethje. It's a free title. If it's Gaethje, hey, that's another free title win, and it'll be on his like record as a title shot win, unlike the first one when he got stripped from weight gate. It's a whole conspiracy on its own. But I'm going with Ilia Topuria by knockout. Let me know what you guys think. This is fucking intense. I'm fucking excited for this. Let's go.